The cover story of chapter 1066 shows the coming back of Germa along with Caesar Clown. The chapter kicks off with a shock for Sanji's crew as they could not believe that such a futuristic smart city could be a part of ancient kingdom. Then Vegapunk 01 aka Shaka tells the group about the passionate scholar who tried his best throughout his life to let the people know about the real history of the world. Shaka was talking about the archaeologist Clover. Shaka inquires Robin about the machinery which according to Clover dated back to the same era as ancient kingdom. Even Robin was a bit confused on hearing that. Shaka continues to narrate them about how the world government has shaped the world for their own safety and ensured the idea of ancient kingdom to remain in silent by destroying the land of Ohara 22 years ago. It was a shock for the group to know about that. Shaka further added that world government makes sure whoever knows about the ancient kingdom is to be eliminated. Usopp and Nami's reaction were hilarious as both of them just wanted to forget that information which they have just heard. Shaka thinks ancient kingdom as just a random theory and asks Robin that why world government committed such a crime just for the theory, at which Robin tells Shaka that the scholars of Ohara has done a lot of research on it and it is the reality, not just a mere theory. She even asks Shaka, will world government listen to him, on which 01 replies that they are after him too. She inquires Shaka how he knows so much about the ancient kingdom as all the books and materials. Before Robin could complete her statement, Shaka interrupts, telling her that the will of Ohara lives. He then explains her what had happened on that day. He then tells her that he knew Clover, who lived an adventurous life, searching for relevant texts before he settled down in Ohara, where all other archaeologists came to seek knowledge. Later, the land of Ohara came to be known as the Holy Land of Archaeology. He even felt melancholic about those talents being wiped out at once. When he went there, he found a lake filled with books. He understood that the scholars of Ohara wanted to make sure that the future can have access to the knowledge. He further added that few Marines might have discovered the lake, but they were too ignorant to understand the value of those books. And that is how the Ohara and their scholar won that day. Robin got emotional hearing that. Tears of joy came floating out of her eyes, which made Nami and Sanji furious. They started cursing Shaka. When Robin asked about the books, Vegapunk replied, those books were taken by the giants to Elbaf. Shaka further added that Monkey D. Dragon too showed up that day, who at that time was the head of Freedom Fighter, and Vegapunk himself was the head of Punk Hazard. Dr. Vegapunk in his 40s had an unusual head. He had a very large head, which I guess would have been inspired from a Marvel villain leader. At that time, Dragon was 33 years old and he knew Clover. All these three people were acquainted with each other. Vegapunk did not like the idea of world government framing Dr. Clover to be someone trying to destroy the whole world. Even Dragon was mad about it, especially by the fact that Dr. Vegapunk has decided to join the corrupt world government, referring him to be one of their lapdog. Vegapunk too tells him that he would be a waste if he joins side with Dragon, as Dragon won't be able to provide him with the fund which a large organization like world government could provide him for his inventions. Vegapunk tells Dragon about the captain of the giants who was wrapped from head to toe in bandages. Dragon to inform him that they will keep those books safe in Elbaf. Dragon decides to raise an army that can fight world government, as he was upset about the aftermath of Ohara being snubbed so brutally just for questioning their authority, and within a year he, along with Evanko and Bartholomew Kuma, founded the Revolutionary Army, which continues to shake the world to this day. We can now conclude that why Big Mom was so inclined towards making an alliance with the giants, particularly with Elbaf, so that she can get the access to history relating to ancient kingdom. Coming back to the chapter, Shaka tells them his curiosity took him to Elbaf, where he read and memorized all the books. He knows all the world's secrets and he have continued their research. Robin again gets emotional as she realizes that giants in bandages was none other than Jaguar D Soul. Shaka tells that he is in hiding at present. Robin thanks Vegapunk for not letting the sacrifice of Ohara go in vain. Vegapunk added that being a scholar, he tries to help progress in every field possible. They all started to follow Shaka, but not on their will, as they all have been locked by Shaka, who with the help of magnetic shoes had control on their movement. Shaka tells them that he is not allowed to release them yet, as he wants them to see something. At the end of the chapter, we shift towards Luffy's group, who are at Scrapyard, where they have found a giant robot. Luffy and Chopper tries to start it by telling different names. There is a sound coming out from the robot. Luffy thinks that the robot was gonna blow, but they find out someone was stuck under the robot asking for help. Bonnie recognizes that man as Vegapunk. Here, Vegapunk looks much more different than he used to look in the past. He wears something like a hat and his head looks more normal than before. Vegapunk is happy to see Luffy, whom he refers to as Dragon's son, and he was expecting him. He even recognizes Bonnie and tells her that she got bigger. Luffy notices Vegapunk is floating, at which Vegapunk responds that nifty hover that they all are wearing can make them fly, and then give them instruction on how to use it. And chapter ends with Chopper, Luffy and the real Vegapunk, all three of them flying high. Here, Oda refers Vegapunk as the man with the biggest brain in the world, leader of Navy's special science group, that is SSG. We can conclude with the chapter that why CP0 have been sent to eliminate Dr. Vegapunk, as they have discovered that Vegapunk has now the knowledge of ancient kingdom. Do you think we will get another Luffy versus Lucy, or would CP0 face off against Zoro, Brook and Karebo? Comment down what do you think. If you like the video, do check out this video where we talk about Law's future. Till then, adios.